Hi there, my name is Kris Trudeau and I'm the author of TimeShift. And this is one video in a series where I talk about some of the different characters in the book. And today I'm going to talk about GammaTron. Now, GammaTron, as you can imagine, with a name like that, is a robot. And GammaTron turned out to be one of my favorite characters. I wanted the name to be really 80s and cliche, and you know, when you thought about 80s robots, that name would fit that. And GammaTron just popped right into my head, and I thought that I must have taken it from somewhere, but I couldn't come up with anything else, so I just used it with the idea of just coming up with something later and then doing a find and replace at the end. And at the end, I did some Googling and I couldn't really find any reference to any kind of GammaTron out there, so I kept it, and I was thrilled to do so because it was such an awesome name. Out of all of the characters in the book, he was probably the most deserving of our pity. And I feel like GammaTron got a really raw deal at the in the book. He was the first successful prototype robot, and so as such, he spent a lot of his time with humans during the production phase of creating that first year of robots. And so he spent a lot of time with different humans and different types of humans. And so GammaTron, I feel like at that point in his life, he was a pretty happy, contented dude. You know, he was a pretty happy robot, and so when that first year project started and all of the production robots went into society and GammaTron became the robot-human liaison, I thought that was a natural fit for his character. And so the production robots in that first year very quickly learned that they didn't like humans a whole lot, and they didn't really have the exposure to the humans for the length of time that GammaTron did. And so the result is that they got pretty jaded with humans pretty quick, and they didn't really see the need for money, and they didn't see the need for rules, and you know, they have a need they want it fulfilled. You know, why would you wait to save money when what you need is just over here and you can just go take it? You know, well, it seems silly to do anything else. You want to do the most efficient thing, right? So the robots got pretty disenchanted with humans pretty quickly. And so they went to GammaTron pretty pissed, and so over time GammaTron started to see that, oh, you know, yeah, I think these guys are right, and you know, just there was instance after instance where a human had disappointed him, and then he found the tracker in his brain and everybody else's brains that was tracking their thoughts and whatnot, and that was one of the things that did him in terms of, you know, one of the straw that broke the camel's back. He really started to see, well, yeah, you know, I think these guys are right, and but he really turned a blind eye to a lot of this type of thing for a while, because his experiences with the humans were really good, and you know, to learn otherwise, it kind of undermined what he thought he knew, what his whole existence had been, and so, you know, for anybody that would be a hard thing to have shaken. So after a while, it becomes clear to him that there was an interview by one of the humans that kind of said, well, you know, robots really aren't that smart, and you know, we invented them, and you know, we're superior to them, and which was contrary, of course, to what the robots had been told. So it was this real slap in the face. So it was with great reluctance that GammaTron finally said, okay, well, you know what, you guys are right, and you know, I agree, we need to do something about this. So, and even up into the end, and I don't want to give away any spoilers or anything like that, but even up at the end, you can tell that when GammaTron's talking to Mitch, that there's a real sadness in him. That I mean, he went down a road, and he knows that the road that he went down was the right one. But I think he felt saddened that it had ended the way that it had. And what I find interesting about this with his character is that if the book hadn't ended the way that it had ended, I think GammaTron would have been the first robot to commit suicide. So I think GammaTron was a really good character, and there's a lot of depth to him that I think if you read between the lines on it, you can start to see some of that. But he was really interesting. So if you want to learn more about GammaTron, I highly recommend that you pick up the book. There is softcover and ebooks available, and you can pick those up on the official TimeShift website, which is timeshift-novel.com, or the ebook is available on Amazon and other online book retailers. If you've read the book, I would love it if you could leave me a review wherever you bought it, or shoot me an email on the TimeShift website. Happy reading!